Okay, my friends, due to copyright issues, they don't want you to know that Bill Gates is part of a depopulation. I had to redo this video. So when it gets to Billy Boy here, I'm going to have to stop it. They won't let me on there. But I will keep the full video on Rumble, but it's already been blocked. It's not going to come. It might still come out at 4 o'clock, but it's not going to be the same video. I'm going to have to add out Billy Boy talking. But the full video will be on Rumble. Standing by, Commercial Fisherman, just fighting for our lives with these lunatics trying to destroy us. If they don't want you to see it, it needs to be seen. We must somehow stop these lunatics ionizing our atmosphere. The video is 25 minutes long on Rumble, and it'll be a few minutes shorter, about 15 now. Commercial Fisherman standing by. I hope you understand why I make these videos. These people are lunatics, and they're blocking all the truth, every bit of it. Good morning, freedom fighters. It is 9:44 a.m. East Coast time, August 17th, 2025. Some very unusual energizing of our atmosphere going on this morning across the United States. Some very heavy storms. You can see hundreds of large cell phone towers pinging at one time. Energizing the atmosphere is nothing new. They've been doing it since the 1930s. They have lied to the public ever since Kennedy was assassinated. He was going to destroy the CIA, breaking into 1,000 pieces, and they murdered him for that reason. Incredible microwave energy going out of North Carolina. Storms having incredible beams. All the cell phone towers pinging at one time. Stand by for one of the most censored topics in the world is weather control, because the liability of flooding your town will be too great to come out to the public. Incredible microwave energy as all the cell phone towers, the gigantic ones, are pinging. Hidden technology from the public we are surrounded by. Let's zoom in on some of this technology over Illinois, neighboring states. I'm going to pause it. You can see all the cell phone towers pinging. All of this equipment needs to be removed and shut down. Shut down or removed, however you want to order it. Incredible beams of energy shooting through these storms. As the celebrity scientist stated, lighting storms with trillion-watt lasers, which a trillion is a fantastic number when a trillion seconds is almost 32,000 years. They have robbed the American people blind and put up incredible technologies. No one has any clue what it can do. Very powerful energy coming out of these machines. Machines like weather controlling satellites, NEXRAD radar systems, and 5G HARP towers that we can see ping at one time here. All of this energy is pinging. Central controlled, computer driven machines with very little human activity. The movies I, Robot, and Terminator is going to be very real, except for they never showed you the billionaire scientists, so-called scientists, controlling everything. Just like Edison bought most of his patents or stole them, these scientists or these rich people are controlling scientists in the same exact way. No different than what Edison did himself. Technologies that the average person has no idea about. The average person doesn't even understand how weather works, and I no longer recognize our weather systems. All of this equipment was not put up just so we would know the weather. You know what I'm saying? Your microwave oven in your house was developed by accident when they were creating this technology. Moving on. Incredible energy coming out of North Carolina and neighboring states. There's a reason for all this. It is to control the path of the hurricane. That is what's going on here. They created a spin out here with a device. I want to show you that. Incredible technologies has been put up right underneath our noses, right over our heads, and nobody even asks what is in front of our schools. A lot of these technologies are put up on school properties because they can pay them to put whatever they want up. They're indoctrinating your children. You think they care about what they're putting up in your kids' own schoolyards? Equipment, incredible equipment. Moving on. This is live 20 minutes ago. Supposedly 125. This here is for a reason. The only thing keeping it from offshore. Let's go back a few days and watch this actually unfold. I went back just a little over 24 hours ago as this system was spinning. I was removed from Twitter for showing the eye of the storm form before the storm because it's equipment. As it breaks daylight yesterday morning, you can see the machine setting here creating the spin so they can block the storm. I'm looking at it as a demonstration of what they can do. They created a storm that's breaking records. But check out this as daybreak happened yesterday morning. This spin out here is not by accident. I think it's the machine. One of many. Hurricane Milton had the same machine activity. You're going to be glitchy now. You're not going to click forward, are you? I'm the only one on the internet right now, and it's so glitchy, my friends. They control us with everything you can think of. But there is something out here creating this spin. At least it's clicking on through at this moment. But not a natural low pressure system, whatever that is not natural. Low pressure systems spin counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere and clockwise in the southern hemisphere. That's why we could prove the Earth is a cylindrical, a round body. Cylindrical, is that the right word? I don't know, I messed up there. But northern and southern hemisphere, your hurricanes spin in opposite direction. Also, the moon is upside down in the southern hemisphere, and also Orion's belt is upside down in the southern hemisphere. It doesn't flip. You're on the bottom of something. And people don't understand their own planet they live on. The school systems has failed you tremendously if you don't understand the planet you live on. I told my uncle people believes the planet's flat. And he says, I've never heard that in my entire life. And I said, yes, it's a very new concept. No one in history has ever thought the earth was flat. Sunsets and sunrises are happening at the same time across the planet every second of the day. I'm not here for followers. I'm here to give out information. If you don't care about wanting to learn what our planet's doing, it's easy to go somewhere else. It's not a big deal. You're not the person I'm looking for anyhow. I want to save the planet, and I need the control group to wake up. I'm not going to wake up the public. That's very obvious. My friends don't seem to care. Not until their house burns down. Then maybe they'll care. Go back to live. Webs we weave. Ripples machine ripples over Canada. A little bit raw, but this is machine waves from Australia. These are not natural. These are machines, whether it's from satellite or from the ground. Most of these, I believe, are satellite influenced, but absolutely unnatural skies from machine waves. Technology doing this. Sorry it's so raw. I just wanted y'all to see that from Australia. Most people don't even understand how satellite orbits work. Starlink satellite map has been updated. Actually, truly incredible. But this is all of the satellites that has to do with Starlink. Global positioning that we use for GPS is much farther out. I mean, a lot farther out. Most people don't understand what they have around our planet. Starlink's truly incredible. Soon to be 42,000 satellites. And the ones they put up in 2018 are obsolete. So when they bring in stuff that looks like meteors falling and stuff, which meteors do fall, I've seen them my whole life, but they can create fireballs now and just be obsolete equipment. I mean, you can see how many layers it is once you get in here too. And they're moving. These are live. I mean, this is not. Go over here to Florida. See, they're moving. And at night when I'm commercial shrimping, I set my gear on the first set and we drag for about a half hour. And I'm watching more stuff move in our atmosphere than I've ever seen. I've watched satellites move my entire life. What we are seeing now is incredible in our sky. It is absolutely incredible. And that is just Starlink we are witnessing at this minute. We can do all, see what comes up. It's been re-updated, so I haven't got to play with this much. If it give me all. Yeah, there we go. I guess that's the moon. They must have one around the moon. That's not the sun. That's our orbit. Our planet being orbited by incredible technology. Why is it so dang slow? That is all of them. That is crazy. I wonder what the red ones are. You can see the orbits. That's pretty wild. Anyhow, I just thought y'all might find that interesting. I can't believe people thinks the Earth's flat. It doesn't make any sense. Antarctica is not with Alaska. Polar bears and penguins has never met. The hurricanes spin in opposite directions in northern and southern hemisphere. There's never been a hurricane to ever cross the equator. The moon's upside down in one part to the other. I don't recognize my sky from Florida to Alaska, and if I went to Australia, I would not recognize any of it. They got y'all convinced that the Earth's not what it is because they don't want you to know all of this incredible technologies out here. They don't want you to know. I see ridiculous things on the internet that people think that the Earth is. Doesn't make any sense. Our Earth is mapped like you would not believe. I can pinpoint any latitude and longitude and go to it. Ah, mercy. The people were so lost. I'm sure in World War II there was people trying to convince them not to go to war because it was just going to kill millions of us for no reason. Only killing the brave. No wonder I'm surrounded by such weak-minded people. They killed all the brave people off. I'm going to play a short clip of Died Suddenly. No, you're not. This is where the copyright comes in, but that's an incredible documentary if you haven't seen it. Let's move a little farther down the line here, and I'm going to end it where it ends here. The Commercial Fisherman is trying to save our lives. Okay, my friends, there's 2.5 minutes left or so, 3 minutes left. I tried to get back on Zoom Earth and it wouldn't work. There was an error, but it did restart after the error. But I've never seen this error before. Never heard of any of this. Go to Rumble. I'll leave a link in the descriptions on YouTube. But the full video, they don't want you to see this, but actually go to Died Suddenly. It's incredible information. Thank you guys for everything. And 3 more minutes. Standing by. Off. Sorry about that. My mic's off. I tried to go back on Zoom Earth, but this is what it's giving me. Visit these people for more information. Never seen this before. I tried to go on Zoom Earth, but it says host error. I've never seen this. Well, my friends, I can only imagine that we're eventually not going to have this technology access, and this may be the last minute of it, I guess. I don't know. What is Cloudflare? I've never heard of it. I just clicked on it, didn't give me anything. But yeah, I don't get any of that. Something's weird, my friends. When I click on Zoom Earth, this is what I get now. It's going to be a sad day when they take all this information off. I'd rather them shut it down, though, where we don't need it. I can have my life back as a commercial fisherman. I do not enjoy making these videos, my friends. I know people are losing their lives, their property. Have a great day, my friends. I bring you this information just because I don't know how else to try to get it out that they're controlling our weather and the minds of the people. I no longer recognize the children. They all have devices in their hands. We never had such things growing up, and they don't even realize it wasn't here the whole time. They look at me funny when I tell them I didn't have cell phones when I was your age. They think it's been here the entire time. Our school systems has failed everyone miserably, but they were created by the rulers just to make you think you know enough to repeat what you've been told. Commercial fishermen standing by. The planet is not flat, but it is controlled by complete lunatics. Take a ride with me and I can prove it. Standing by. When I was saying I want them to shut it off, I want them to shut this energy off, these towers. Incredible technologies controlled by madmen ruling all of us. Commercial fisherman out. I'm sorry that I had to re-edit this video, but anything they are blocking, we must watch. Standing by.